Good evening and welcome to our coverage of the 2020 Champion Racing Association powered by JEGS Virtual Awards Banquet presented by Shepherd Insurance and Financial Services. Coverage tonight provided exclusively on the Speed51.tv network. On behalf of CRA promoters RJ Scott, Glenn Luckett, and Greg Wood, I'm one of the voices of CRA, Adam Mackey, thanking you for logging on and helping celebrate our champions and special award winners for the 2020 campaign. Tonight's virtual awards banquet will feature year-in-review highlights and videos, as well as interviews with the champions of the ARCA CRA Super Series, JEGS CRA All-Stars Tour, Vors Welding CRA Late Model Sportsman, Van Hoy Oil CRA Street Stocks, and the Victory Custom Trailers CRA Junior Late Models. Despite everything that was going on in our world, CRA's 24th year was a strong one, and tonight, we will celebrate plenty of accomplishments by plenty of talented racers. Definitely some great highlights from Speed 51 from the 2020 season. It's time now to welcome CRA Race Director Glenn Luckett for opening statements. Glenn?
I would like to welcome everyone to the 2020 CRA Virtual Awards Banquet presented by Shepherd Insurance. Unfortunately, we cannot have everyone together in one place like in previous years to celebrate the 2020 CRA season because of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. But thanks to Speed 51, we will get to honor all of our Chase for the Championship competitors and our 2020 champions tonight. Our champions include Josh Brock with the ARCA CRA Super Series, Cody Coughlin with the JEGS CRA All-Star Tour, Billy Hudson with the Vors Welding CRA Late Model Sportsman, Brandon Roberts with the Van Hoy Oil CRA Street Stocks, and Katie Hettinger with the Victory Custom Trailers CRA Junior Late Models. Congratulations to all of you on your hard-earned 2020 championships. Every season we recognize a team in each series with a dedication award. We're not going to do that for 2020 because all of our racers, all of our sponsors, racetrack owners, event promoters, and CRA officials all deserve to be recognized for their dedication to CRA during this past 2020 season and the hurdles that everyone had to overcome for us to be able to race. It was by far the toughest season we have had in 24 years, but thanks to all of you, your support and dedication, it was another successful season. I want to take a minute and thank some of our great sponsors for their continued support. JEGS continued their support during the 2020 season to all 5 CRA series and announced in the middle of the crazy 2020 series that they were extending their support of CRA for the 2021 and 2022 seasons. Chevrolet Performance also stayed with us for 2020 and committed to extend their support of CRA for the 2021 and 2022 seasons. I want to thank our other series title sponsors, Vors Welding and Steel, Van Hoy Oil, and Victory Custom Trailers who supported us throughout the 2020 season and will be back for the 2021 season. I also want to thank Hoosier Racing Tire and Sunoco Race Fuel, the primary sponsors of our points fund, which did not drop a penny from the 2019 payout, even with the reduced number of events each series raced in 2020. I also have to thank all of our event, official product, award, and contingency sponsors who were all hit hard by the pandemic, but all continued their support of CRA and our racers throughout the 2020 season. Lastly, I want to thank Shepherd Insurance for sponsoring our awards banquet again in 2020. Please give them a shot at your insurance needs if the needs arise. Everyone, please stay healthy and safe. We will see you when the 2021 season starts, which will be the 25th season of racing for CRA and our ARCA CRA Super Series. Everybody have a great night.
Thanks, Glenn. Now it's time to honor those who have worked so hard for successful seasons in 2020. First, we will start with the Victory Custom Trailers CRA Junior Late Models. 2020 marked the second season for this class, aimed at giving the future of auto racing great experience in full-size late models. The car count went up, comprised of nearly 15 different youngsters between the ages of 10 and 15. 3 different drivers found victory lane during a shortened 5-race season. In his first season of junior late model racing, the Cedar Lake, Iowa driver finished on the lead lap in all but one race. With the season's best 5th at Toledo, grabbing 7th in points, Cody King.
I'm Cody King, driver the number 14 CRA Junior Late Model. And before I begin, I'd like to congratulate everyone on a great season, and a special congratulations to all the series champions. I'd like to thank the CRA and tracks who hosted events this year during what was a very difficult time. And I'd like to thank the JEGS for everything they do for the CRA, and Victory Custom Trailers for sponsoring our series. I can't forget all the people who make it possible for me. My friends, family, and the guys who are not only in the shop every week, but also who make the long trips with us. And my marketing partners, Capital Sign Company, House Motorsports, Omens Performance, the Heights family, J3 Renovation and Design, Dynamic Drivelines, Wiley X, Spare Ranch on the Island, Northern Rice Products, MPM Marketing, and Leaf Hulk Racing and Development. And my final thank you goes out to Speed 51 for not only hosting this banquet, but also for everything they do for short track racing. Thank you, and have a great 2021 season.
Taking 6th in this year's Victory Custom Trailers CRA Junior Late Model standings was a driver who saw the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. The highest of highs was claiming Anderson Speedway wins at the opener and season ender. From Sellersburg, Indiana, Jordan Riddick.
Hello, my name is Jordan Riddick, and I'm the driver of the number 15 Victory Custom Trailer Junior Late Model. I had 2 wins this season, and I was runner-up for the Rookie of the Year award. I'd like to thank my sponsors, E3 Spark Plugs, Jack's Wax, and Brim's Decals. I'd also like to give a big thank you to Kimmel Racing for supporting me this past season. And another special thanks to Speed 51, JEGS, and CRA for hosting this event.
Claiming 5th for a second year in a row was a driver from Marysville, Ohio, taking 3 top 5s, including 4th place finishes at the Speedrome and Anderson Speedway. Dawson Knoll.
Hello, I'm Dawson Knoll, and I finished 5th this year in CRA Junior Late Model points. First off, I'd just like to give all the glory to God. Without Him, nothing would be possible. I'd like to thank my dad, my uncle, and my grandpa for all their help on the car this year and every year. I'd like to thank my mom, my grandma, and grandpa, and my little brothers for always being there and support. I'd like to thank Cold Rush Customs, Nathan Pugh at Waldale and Reed Financial Advisories, Ethan Pugh at HereNow.com, Tim Curry at Finish Line Fabrication, and Bart Austin and Joe Pickanu at Peak Fabrication. Also, I would like to thank all the tracks, CRA, Victory Custom Trailers, and JEGS for allowing us to race this season.
Taking 4th was a first-year driver with a Victory Custom Trailers CRA Junior Late Model Series. With 3 top 5s and a first win at Anderson Speedway, New Baltimore, Michigan driver Keegan Sabillo.
Hi everyone, my name is Keegan Sabillo, and I am honored to accept the 2020 CRA Junior Late Model Rookie of the Year Award. Thank you to the Victory Custom Trailers for sponsoring this series and letting us 10 to 15-year-old kids experience the thrill of a full-size car. Thank you to Speed 51 for broadcasting this banquet, and JEGS for sponsoring all the CRA divisions. I would like to thank my sponsors, a CAC Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals, After Hours Restorations, All-Star Performance, PFC Breaks, Will and Bill Kimmel, Bruce Casbar, Douglas Anderson, my parents, family, fans, friends, and supporters. I can't wait to get the 2021 season started. See you guys at the track.
The third place finisher had 4 top 5 finishes in the 5 races this season, with his best being a runner-up finish at Anderson. From Richmond, Michigan, Evan Varney. Our second place driver did one better than he did a season ago when he finished third in the overall standings. This year, 4 second place finishes left him just short of a championship. From Clio, Michigan, Zach Wilhelm.
Hey everyone, I'm Zach Wilhelm, driving number 42 Junior Late Model. There was a lot of messy races in the Junior Series last year, and the championship came down to the last lap of the last race. It was looking very promising to me when I was able to get the lead of 5 laps to go. I was on track to win the championship when a turn 4 checker flag wreck happened, and I crossed the finish line backwards to finish second in the championship. I'm really proud of our team, second place overall finish in the CRA Junior Late Model division. One of my goals is to keep on all the big wrecks and finish every race. I was able to do that. I was even able to finish in the podium in every race. Overall, it was a great season. I'd like to thank CRA, On-Track Ministries, and all the tracks that hosted our races. I'm glad they got as many races as they could during the pandemic. I also want to thank Speed 51 for broadcasting many events so my family could watch from home and travel was restricted. I also need to thank all my sponsors, Lish Trucking and Equipment, Kirk Cott's Garage, Cindy Holden's Realtor, and Steve Gross Construction. I want to thank all my competitors, my spotter Brian Blackmore, my car chief Austin Fredwell, my brother Luke for always checking my tire temps and everything he does, and most importantly my dad for the hundreds of hours he put in our race shop, and my mom for always supporting my racing career. I'm really happy with our team's accomplishment in 2020. I'm looking forward to the 2021 season and praying to get more races than we did last year. See everyone soon.
This year's champion had an impressive rookie season, finishing 4th 1 year ago, but really stood out this year. The young lady from Dryden, Michigan took victories at the Speedrome, as well as Toledo, and finished with 4 top 5s and 5 starts. The 2020 Victory Custom Trailers CRA Junior Late Model Champion, Katie Hettinger.
I started racing quarter midgets when I was 5 years old. I started racing because my dad and grandpa raced. My grandpa raced midgets while my dad raced sprint cars, midgets, late models, and modifieds. I went to my first race at 4 weeks old, and in kindergarten I was racing quarter midgets. My teacher asked me how I wanted to do it, and I told her I was born to do it. So my whole life I've always wanted to race. After quarter midgets, I raced dirt micro sprints for 2 years and then moved up to the junior late models. This was my 2nd year running with the junior late models. This year has been a journey, from not knowing if we'd be able to race at all to coming home with the championship. I won my very first late model race at the Indianapolis Speedrome in July. We ended up with 3 fast times and 2 wins. The last race was crazy. We had to come in the pits 2 times for repairs, but my team never gave up on me and I never gave up as a driver. We were able to come home in 3rd that night and with the championship. Thank you to Glenn and RJ for continuing to promote the Junior Late Model Series. They were the reason we were able to get some races in this year. Thank you to the officials and all of the people behind the scenes at CRA who worked to keep things running smoothly. I would also like to thank all of the other tracks that worked hard to open up this year so we could have a place to race like Toledo, Anderson, and the Indianapolis Speedrome. Thank you to Jegs and Victory Custom Trailers for being series sponsors, and thank you to Speed 51 for putting together this virtual banquet. Thank you to all my friends, family, and fans who have supported me this year. My biggest fans being my mom, my sister Grace, and my brother Keith. I am so thankful for my crew that has helped me throughout the year. Bobby Marini, I would not be able to have a car without your countless hours working in the shop getting it ready. You always have a positive attitude even during the rough times. No matter where we go or where we travel to, you always know someone or make a new friend, even in a random restaurant in North Carolina. Steve Chrisman, thank you for all your hard work at the track. You are the tire guy, but always right there to help with anything else. Being the tire guy is a dirty job, but thankfully you had gloves to keep your pretty hands clean. Johnny Van Doren, thank you so much for helping me grow as a driver this year. You were able to translate your knowledge and success as a driver into an explanation that a 13-year-old girl would understand. Not only did you help me with my racecraft, but also taught me the importance of nutrition. which unfortunately means no greasy cheeseburgers and donuts at the track, which was a big adjustment for me. Dad, I want to thank you for all of your love and support. You pushed me to be better and better and have shaped me into who I am today. Without your support, complete dedication, and sacrifice, none of this would be possible. From the time I was 5 running quarter midgets till now, no one will be able to tie my belts as good as you. Last but not least, I couldn't do this without the support of my sponsors. Thank you Victory Custom Trailers, Van Doren Racing Development, K1 Race Gear, Turn 1, Sim Seats, Intech Trailers, PXP High Performance Racewear, HD5 Graphics, and Duco Performance. Also, congratulations to all the other CRA champions.
Thank you, Katie. We now move on to the Van Hoy Oil CRA Street Stocks powered by Jags. 7 different winners found victory lane in 10 races this season. The always exciting Van Hoy Oil CRA Street Stocks. Over 100 teams raced with the series this year, marking the 4th straight season in which the series has had over 100 competitors.
Hey guys, this is Jeff Van Hoy, proud sponsor of the CRA Street Stock Division. As you can see behind me, I'm at the Winchester Speedway, one of my favorite tracks to watch racing. Last year is behind us and we are looking forward to a new year and an exciting schedule for 2021. I want to congratulate Brandon Roberts on being the 2020 CRA Street Stock Champion, and I thank you to all the drivers and competitors for making this a very successful year. It was a rough one, but we all made it through it. Thanks again, and we'll see you at the track.
Taking 7th in this year's Van Hoy Oil CRA Street Stock standings in his first year of racing with the series, Louisville, Kentucky's Troy Phillips.
Good evening. I'm Troy Phillips, driver of the number 12 CRA Street Stock. I'm accepting the award for finishing 7th in the 2020 racing season. I'd like to say thanks to our division sponsor Van Hoy Oil and presenting sponsor Jags. I'd also like to say thanks to Speed 51 for hosting and producing our awards. Thanks to Glenn, RJ, and Eddie and all the CRA officials for putting on such a great series. I'd also like to thank my car owners, Brandon and Casey White, for the opportunity. Also to our great sponsors, White's Auto Sales, O'Dolly's Restaurant and Lounge, Quality Auto Sales, and Cut Rate Liquors. I'd also like to thank my beautiful wife, Deidre, and our kids, Carter, Sophia, and Lainey, for all the support. And to my awesome crew, family, and friends for always being there. Thanks. Last, I'd like to congratulate Brandon Roberts and his team on a great season. Very impressive, my friend. I'd like to also congratulate all the other drivers for finishing in the chase. And last but not least, 2020 was very challenging. I'm looking forward to 2021. See you guys at the track. Thanks.
Another driver from Louisville, Kentucky, garnered 6th place honors this season, taking podium finishes at Anderson and Lucas Oil. In his 2nd season with CRA, Alan Williams Jr.
Alan Williams Jr., driver of the number 85 CRA Street Stock, accepted my award for finishing 6th in the overall point standings for 2020 racing season. I'd like to say thanks to our division and series sponsors Van Hoy Oil and Jags, along with Speed 51 for hosting and producing our awards banquet this year. I'd like to say thanks to Glenn and RJ and all your staff at CRA for continuing to give us a great series to race in. I want to say thanks to my car owner Danny Wheeler, and along with all our great sponsors, Wheeler's Towing and Recovery, Knob Creek Gun Range, KDR Trucking, the Auction Hub, and White's Auto Sales. You know, it takes a lot to get these things to the racetrack each and every week. I want to say a special thanks to my wife, family and friends, and all the guys that helped me do that. I want to congratulate Brandon Roberts on his championship this year, and everyone else that finished in the top 10. I can't wait to get back on the track to see you guys in 2021. Good luck, and see you then.
A former Columbus Motors Speedway track champion took 5th in this year's points, with 3 top 5 finishes, completing a high percentage of laps. From Grove City, Ohio, Chad Pendleton. Taking fourth place this year is a perennial champion at Anderson Speedway, winning 4 of their last 5 street stock championships. Finishing the year with a pair of top 5 finishes with us, Josh Poore. Claiming a championship in the Van Hoy Oil CRA Street Stocks is no easy task, and our third place finisher knows this all too well. In his 5th full season with the series, the Indianapolis driver had another great season, coming up just short with 1 win and 6 top 5 finishes. Taking third, Andrew TP.
How's it going, everyone? I just want to start off by thanking 351 for making sure that this banquet got put on, and just how everything's going on right now. It's great. Next, CRA for giving us a great series to run every week, and just having a great place to run and a good car count and stuff like that. Van Hoy Oil for sponsoring the CRA Street Stocks and all they do. Jegs, of course, for being the presenting sponsor of CRA. Next, my mom and dad. Without them, I wouldn't be here and where I am and my racing level, so I can't thank them enough. My family and friends at home, all they do to support me every week. My crew, who comes out every week, sacrifices their daily lives to come help, and just I appreciate it. My girlfriend for putting up with all with the racing and all that. I really appreciate it. Next, my sponsors, McGill Restoration, JLH Services, McGonigal, Piers Auto Service, Circle City Junk Cars, Josh Foltz with Indy Limousines, Circle City Pyrotechnics, Direct Delivery, 5-Star Auto Repair, Motion Motors, Automotion Race Cars, Steven Stackhouse and all he did at the end of the year last year to help us get through the season. I appreciate it. If I'm forgetting anybody, I'm sorry. Just everybody that's helped us all year long and making sure that our 2020 was a good season, despite all the problems we had, but hopefully this year's better. Congrats to Brandon Roberts on the championship and all the other champions this year in 2020. Thank you, and we'll see you on the track.
Second place this season is one of the top late model sportsmen and street stock competitors in CRA history. This year, the Newcastle, Indiana driver had a win at Lucas Oil and took 5 other podium finishes. Point runner-up and former street stock champion, Jason Atkinson. Celebrating his champion in 2020 is a driver who was also a rookie on this year's tour. While it wasn't a dominant season by any means, the Louisville, Kentucky driver got better as the season progressed. Claiming his only win in the important championship race, the 2020 Van Hoy Oil CRA Street Stock champion, Brandon Roberts.
Hey everybody, good evening. Just want to say thank you for allowing me to give this short little time to give y'all a speech. I want to say thank you to CRA, giving us an amazing association to race with, and Jegs for not only sponsoring and supporting the street stock division, but all the divisions of CRA. Van Hoy Oil for sponsoring the division. I think they've been sponsoring the division for quite some time now, and Speed 51 for graciously taking the time and putting together this program so not only my team but every single team can enjoy a banquet. And just want to say thank you. Just going to start off with just thanking some important people that have really helped me this year, especially with traveling and some with helping me with expenses. My grandfather and my uncle, they're They both do anything and everything they can, no matter whether they like it or not. They help me and support me. We argue and we pester each other, but at the end of the day, I don't race without them, and they help me race to the level of competition that I can. So I really got to thank them. Then I got to thank Tim, Nathan, Paul, Casey, Jerry, John, Kyle Hadley, Daryl Hadley, Chuck Barnes Jr., Scotty Earl, Dave Moran, everybody that has went out of their way to help me this year. Some of you all went to the track almost every time. Some of y'all did go every time, and it's just nice to have that support, not only from fellow racers, but from fellow people that have raced and they thought they were retired or they thought they were done, but still go to help me. So I thank you. And so I want to say it was really nice to race with all the racers and race with all the different tracks. Every track we went to this year, except for one, I had never been to ever. And that was a struggle, but it was fun. And got to go to a lot of people's home tracks. I want to thank my sponsors, Whitaker Dump Trucking. It's my family, and without them, I couldn't race at all. United Electric, JMS Racing Service, TNS Auto Salvage, Driver's Body Shop, Jet Setters, Max Garage, and Pikes Racing Supply and Bombs Racing Supply. Thank you to all you all. You all really helped me with the traveling. Then I want to thank our first responders, our military, our veterans for giving us the freedom and some sacrificing their lives and putting themselves in harm's way to allow me to really do a hobby that I love and enjoy and let others do their hobbies and stuff that they enjoy. So thank you very much. And I ain't going to keep it too long. This one. Thank you to everybody. Thank you, CRA, for trying to let us race every time we could. I know COVID hit a lot of people hard, and it was nice just to get a small dose of reality and be able to go to the racetrack. Hope everybody's having a great evening, a great off season. We'll see y'all at the track.
Thank you, Brandon, and congrats again on your championship. Year number 15 for the Vors Welding CRA Late Model Sportsman powered by JEGS had 8 events. And this year, 6 different drivers found victory lane, with the class showing great parity, as always. This season saw nearly 60 competitors from all over the Midwest compete at the series events. The diverse schedule had 4 different racetracks on the 2020 campaign.
Have you seen Steve?
No, I have not.
Okay. Let's check this way, James, see if we can find Steve. Hey, Jeff, have you seen Steve?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Steve's never in his office, guys. I tell you, he's always on the go, but never in his office. We'll go out in the shop, see if we can find him. But Steve Vore always likes to hide when there's a camera or microphone out. I tell you. Steve Vore! 30,000 first square foot shop. We'll probably never find him. He's hiding someplace. On behalf of Steve and everybody at Vors Welding and Steel, welcome to the 2020 Virtual CRA Awards Banquet. Congratulations to all the sportsman drivers with the great car counts and the excellent racing that you put on at the tracks in 2020. Steve would like to congratulate Billy Hudson, the CRA Vors Welding and Steel Late Model Sportsman Champion, as well as Tanner Jack, the Rookie of the Year for the Vors Welding and Steel Sportsman Late Models. And we want to wish all of you guys a great and successful 2021 in racing as well.
Hey, Dan, you looking for Steve?
Yeah, Mason, I'm looking for Steve.
He's right out here.
Oh, okay, well, let's see if we can get a last quote or comment from Steve. Hey, Steve, you got anything to say to the Vors Welding and Steel Sportsman Late Model Racers? A man of few words, but you've seen it from Steve. You guys are all #1 in his book. Have a great 2021. Thanks, guys.
Taking 6th in the 2020 Vors Welding and Steel Late Model Sportsman standings after moving up from the CRA Street Stock class, Indianapolis, Indiana's Corey Adams. Fifth place was a veteran driver who has been competing with the late model sportsman division for several seasons. With 4 top 10 finishes from Richmond, Indiana, Kent Carson. Our 4th place point finisher raced with the series full-time for the first time in his career, claiming a win at Lucas Oil Raceway along the way. From Butler, Indiana, Tanner Jack.
2020 was a heck of a year, and for me personally, it was one for the books. I picked up my first ever CRA victory at IRP, and I earned Rookie of the Year honors for late model sportsmen. We had a really great car all year, and we were in contention to win just about every week. I learned a lot this year by taking on some new tracks, and I gained a lot of experience from driving against some good competition. But none of this could have ever been possible without all of the great hard work and support from my great family for being out in the shop every day so that we could get faster and always be in contention. My mom and dad worked very hard to give me the best opportunities that I can have. Hunter has been a great role model on and off the track, and I wouldn't be the driver or person I am today without them. Lastly, I couldn't do this without all my great sponsors. Van Dorn Racing Development, McGonigal Engine Performance, PFC Brakes, Napa M&S Auto Parts, Hartman Auto Body, Keller Master, G. Scott Lauterbach, DDS, Nick Hutcherson Construction, and Brent's Automotive. I cannot thank you enough for all your support. I am very excited for 2021 as I will be competing in the JEGS All-Stars Tour and hope to be a better driver and pick up some wins. Last but not least, I want to say congrats to Billy Hudson on the championship, and it's always great to race with him.
A Fort Wayne driver found the podium in this year's chase, taking 3rd in his 2nd full season with the series. With 2 victories at Mount Lawn and 6 top 5 finishes, Austin Coe.
2020, what a year. From COVID delaying the start, to winning the Raintree 100, to heartbreak at Winchester, it truly was an up and down year. Thank you to everyone with CRA, Vors Welding, JEGS, and Speed 51 for fighting through all the COVID-19 restrictions and regulations all year long. Thank you to Lyle Johnson and Ron West and everyone else who helped turn wrenches all year long on the cars. Thanks to my mom and dad for supporting me ever since I was a kid and every dream and passion that I wanted to pursue. Thank you to all the fans who packed the stands all year long, giving us short track racers a reason to go race. You guys are truly appreciated. 2021 was a great year. I hope everyone had a great holidays and an awesome new year. I hope everyone's out in the shop finding a lot more speed for next year, because we sure are. I'll see you all in 2021. Thank you.
Taking 2nd this season and his first full-time effort with the series was a driver from Stroh, Indiana. With 3 top 5 finishes, including a 4th at the important season ender, Caston Everidge.
Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Very honored to accept this award. I want to first thank those involved in presenting this award. CRA, Vors Welding, Speed51.com, and JEGS. I'm especially thankful to receive this award because of these strategically placed trophies in the background. About 90% of them are my dad's, so I have some catching up to do. As far as our success this season, I have a lot of people to thank. First, I want to thank my full-time crewman, Paul. And I got to thank my dad and my grandpa, as well as Trey and Tony. And I want to give a special shout out to the newest crew member, Trace, and congratulations to Trey and Brittany on delivering their beautiful baby boy.
Back in 2007, a young driver from Fort Wayne, Indiana claimed the Sportsman Championship by grabbing 10 top 5s in 12 starts. And fast forward to 13 years later, he was back at it using his experience to put himself in the right spot at the right time to claim his 2nd series title. After a rough start, 4 straight podium finishes gave him the big trophy. The 2020 Vors Welding CRA Late Model Sportsman Champion, Billy Hudson.
Hello everyone and Happy New Year. Hopefully each and every one of you and your families have been safe and healthy during this off season. I'd just like to start off and say thank you to Speed 51 for your work in putting together this virtual awards ceremony. I definitely want to thank Steve Vors Welding and Steel, for your title sponsorship of our series again this past season, as well as to Jegs for being the presenting sponsor in all the series with CRA this last year. I'd like to say thank you to Champion Racing Association, RJ and Glenn and your entire team. You've all worked so hard to give us a great year of racing and a great place to go racing year in and year out. Thank you. We all definitely need to thank all the track owners and all the promoters out there who've literally bent over backwards during this unprecedented racing season to give us racers a place to go racing. You know, thinking back over the last year, nothing about life has really seemed normal, except for when I think about being at the racetrack and at the races. That little bit of normalcy has been great. So I just thank all the owners and promoters for all the hard work that's gone into this last year. I want to extend a congratulations to all the other Chase competitors this season, especially the other 3 of the Final 4 teams, Caston, Austin, and Tanner, and your teams. You've all put together championship-worthy seasons yourselves. I know how frustrating and disappointing coming up short is. You know, we finished second the last 2 seasons in a row, but you've all been great competitors, and we've enjoyed racing with you this season. I definitely want to thank my family for their support and really putting up with this crazy addiction all of us racers have. Kevin Tunks, my crew chief, and more importantly than that, my friend, my mentor, my coach over these last 2 seasons. You've really elevated my racing program more than you'll ever understand. And while we had a very trying and frustrating start to our season, your matter-of-fact approach to things and never letting yourself get caught up in the negative and always thinking about what we can do to be better has really righted the ship and when it mattered the most at the end of the season. Thanks to Josh Timmerman. I've been so fortunate to have an amazing spotter in you these past 5 racing seasons and a friend for longer than that. Your experience behind the wheel and your feedback has given me a new perspective and has only made me better as a driver. And to Gino, and you've been with me really since day one of my racing, and you've always had my back. Cannot thank you enough for being there for me all these years. We've had a great time, really looking forward to what the future brings for us. And to Bruce Timmerman and Chad Long, thank you both so much for giving your time whenever you're able to at the racetrack. Having your help means a lot to me, and it makes my job easier. And of course, I need to thank all of my sponsors. Of course, Tunks Speed Shop with Kevin Tunks, Triple Threat Carburetors by Keith Kolkman. Keith, you've been with me since the beginning of my career. I can't begin to thank you enough for all of your help. A lot of racers know that carburetors can be one of the most frustrating things on a race car, but I know that I've got the best carburetor tuner in all of our areas, so I really appreciate your help. Thank you. And then to Direct Flow Services, the underground repair specialists. And we've been hard at work here in the shop, and I'm really looking forward to seeing everyone at the races this coming season. Thank you.
Thanks, Billy, and congratulations again. 2020 marked the 10th year for the JEG CRA All-Stars Tour presented by Chevrolet Performance. Another great season was had, finishing with 105 different teams hitting the track over a course of a 10-event schedule. 6 highly talented drivers found victory lane during the season with very recognizable names in the late model world. As always, there was a lot of young talent in this class trying to make a name for themselves in racing. At year's end, it was a familiar face claiming the championship, the 3rd of his career. Our 8th place point finisher this season was racing full-time with the series for the 4th year in a row. Grabbing top 10s at I-44 in Bristol, from Caledonia, Michigan, Trevor McCoy. The The 2019 Late Model Sportsman Champion made the jump into the JEGS Series for 2020, finishing his rookie season with 4 top 5 finishes from Speedway, Indiana, Zachary Tinkle.
Hey guys, we finally made it through 2020. Thank you to RJ, Scott, and Glenn Luckett for making sure we still had a racing season this year, obviously with the coronavirus. And I want to also thank JEGS Performance and Chevrolet Performance on their continued support of the CRA All-Stars Tour. I want to give a really huge thank you to Gordon, Derek, and Nathan for really stepping up to the plate mid-season. Thank you to Gary Estes for coming on and being my new crew chief for the rest of the season. I learned so much with him as a crew chief, and I'm really looking forward to continuing to work with him in 2021. I also want to give a huge thank you as well to all the other crew guys who came and helped us on several different races this year. John, James, Wendell, Keith, and Ronnie. Huge congratulations to the CRA All-Stars champion, Cody Coughlin. I'd also like to congratulate Chase Berta and his team on winning Rookie of the Year. You know, now the 2020 season's over, I'm looking forward to 2021, even though we can't no longer pay anyone in toilet paper now, so we've got all this toilet paper back here that we can't pay anyone with. But, thank everyone for tuning in. I'm wishing you a really good 2021, and I'm hoping myself that, fingers crossed, it's a really good season for myself as well.
In her 3rd straight season of JEGS CRA competition, this DeSoto, Kansas driver had solid success. Despite not making the chase this year, the number 23 had 6 top 10 finishes and completed a high percentage of laps. Taking 6th in points, Mandy Chick.
Happy New Year, everyone. I want to start off by thanking everyone with CRA, Glenn Luckett, RJ Scott, the officials, and the sponsors of our beloved series. Thank you to Speed 51 for the awesome live streaming and trackside updates. The tracks also deserve some special recognition for fighting for us to race at their venues this year. Congratulations to Cody Coughlin and the JEGS team on their championship. This season included not only racing for me, but graduating high school, growing my 3D printing business called Victory 23 Designs, and attending my dream college, Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology, and juggling my first semester of college. With such a wild year, my team and I are proud to accept our 6th place championship finish, but we are not satisfied. We hit on some really fantastic chemistry with our team this year. We are making some big changes this off-season, and we are hunting checkered flags in 2021. I am pleased to introduce to you one of our 2021 Van Dorn Racing Development Pro Late Models. Of course, I want to thank my family, parents, friends, and crew for all their hard work, effort, and commitment. A big thank you also goes out to my marketing partners for always supporting me. 323 TV, JRC Accounting, FK Robbins, Pergola Performance Systems, Van Dorn Racing Development, The Joy of Seating, Aero Race Wheels, Dynamic Drivelines, RW Race Engines, Zycote, and Hushmat. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you this season, and I enjoy competing with you all. Have a wonderful evening.
After a dominant season on the Junior Late Model Tour last year, where he claimed the championship, the Columbiaville, Michigan driver moved up for a full season of JEGS CRA All-Stars Tour events. The promising youngster had 4 top 5 finishes this year and completed every lap of all but 2 races. Taking 5th in points, Chase Berta.
Wow, what a crazy year it has been. With COVID canceling our first 3 races and getting a DNF in Missouri, I didn't know what to expect. However, our consistency after that allowed us to retake the lead in rookie points. Our unfortunate circumstances at Bristol knocked us out of running for the championship, plus it tightened up rookie points. Thankfully, we had a top 5 finish at Winchester, which made us win the CRA JEGS Rookie of the Year, and we were able to finish 5th in points. Thank you CRA for putting together such a competitive series and going out of your way to make sure we had a season regardless of COVID. Also, I want to thank my family for their continuous support, my crew chief Josh Nelms for helping me through my rookie year, and the hardest working crew member, Bill Rudd. Also, special thanks to Johnny and Butch Van Dorn for building great race cars, and Dwayne McGonigal for building strong engines. Also, another special thanks to my sponsors MagnaCore Racing Wires, Express Autographics, Bertrand Speedway. Thank you for your support. We couldn't do it without you guys.
Our fourth and final chase contender found himself in contention for 2 different championships heading into the Winchester finale. Missing a couple of races, the Corbin, Kentucky native used wins at Anderson and Bristol and top 5 finishes at 3 other tracks to boost him up in the points. Finishing 4th, Josh Brock. Much like Chase Berta, our third-place point finisher was coming off of a full season of junior late model competition where he took 3rd in points. At just 14 years of age, the Hazelwood, Missouri driver made the chase, with a strong second half taking 7th at I-44, 4th at Lucas Oil, and 2nd at Bristol. 3rd place in this year's standings, Charlie Keevan.
Hi, my name's Charlie Keevan. I'm 14, I live in Hazel, Missouri. I'm the driver of the 55 Pro Late Model for Fast Tucson Racing Team. I'd like to thank Speed 51, CRA, and JEGS for letting this season happen. I'd like to accept the award for 3rd place in the CRA JEGS All-Star Chase for the Championship Award. I'd like to also thank my team members throughout this year, including Brent Downey, Mark Downey, Eric Roll, Danny Trent, Kenneth Owens, and Kenneth Owens. I also thank Wilson Motorsports and my mom and dad. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Kimco, CNR Racing for the radiator, Brakeometer, Pyrotech for the suit, Swift Springs, and everyone on and off the track.
Taking runner-up honors was a driver who has built a pretty solid resume. A former winner of 2 Super Series championships, a number of full-time ARCA seasons, and of course, 2019 Snowball Derby champion. From Wheeling, West Virginia, Travis Braden.
I want to personally start with a huge congrats and thank you to everyone with CRA, JEGS, Speed 51 for their perseverance and hard work this year to get us through what was a crazy 2020 race season. I'm so thankful for what was yet another incredible season with Team Platinum. My guys, everyone there just worked so hard and has always put such great equipment under me. Mark, Brad, Joey, Luke, Kirby, Jeremy, Big Mac, Bill, of course Justin and Jess, Scott, Mina. So thankful for the opportunity to build something special over the past half a decade with Team Platinum and the Burba family. As this chapter has come to a close and new doors are always opening, I wish everyone the best and wish everyone the most success and excited to see what 2021 brings. I'll close with a congratulations, of course, to Cody Coughlin and Team JEGS, all the CRA Division champions, as well as just a huge thank you to all the fans, all the sponsors, the friends, the family, everyone that has made this season possible for everyone, including myself. It's been truly a special year for us all, of course, and I wish everyone the best in 2021. I look forward to seeing you at the track very soon.
That brings us to this year's champion, a driver who has also had an outstanding CRA career with Super Series and JEGS CRA championships in recent years. This year, while trying to do the double for a second time, the Delaware, Ohio driver took wins at Jennerstown, I-44, and the Winchester finale to claim the championship, his 3rd with the series. The 2020 JEGS CRA All-Stars Tour presented by Chevrolet Performance Champion Cody Coughlin.
Well, 2020 was an interesting year for all of us, obviously, but fortunately it ended on a high note for us. Being able to win the championship in the JEGS Series and a good amount of wins in both the JEGS and the Super Series. It was a fun year, fun season, and obviously we always enjoy our time competing in the CRA divisions. And so, everybody did a great job. Kevin, Terry, Willie, Dave, Hunter, Ryan, they all did a great job. My parents, sister, girlfriend for supporting me. And everybody that we got to have fun with along the way. Look forward to 2021 season and hopefully some similar results.
Congratulations again, Cody, on your 3rd championship. It was the 24th year for the ARCA CRA Super Series powered by JEGS, which means another great season of racing from one of the longest running premier short track series in the country. In 2020, 11 Super Series sanctioned races highlighted the schedule with participation from nearly 100 drivers. In the final standings, 4 states were represented in the top 6. Time now to honor the drivers who finished best on CRA's top tour.
Hey everybody, it's Ron Drager, president of ARCA. I want to congratulate all the champions of CRA. I want to thank Glenn Luckett and RJ Scott for a great partnership, and we're very proud of our association with CRA. The ARCA CRA Super Series champion Josh Brock again, and we're certainly thinking about him. Josh, wish you well. I want to also congratulate another friend of ours that raced with us a lot, Cody Coughlin, the JEGS CRA All-Star Tours champion, Billy Hudson, CRA Late Model champion, Jason Atkinson, CRA Street Stocks, and Caitlin Hettinger. Congratulations on your junior Late Model championship. Great racing season for everybody. Wish you good luck in 2021.
A second-generation CRA racer came very close to the top 5 in his first full run at the series, with a season's best finish at I-44 Speedway, taking 6th in the standings, Jaron Crabtree. Our 5th place point man came on to the tour in 2017 and claimed the championship in his rookie year. This season, he was just outside the top 4 going into the finale, with a strong second-half run of top 10 finishes from Cambridge, Ohio, Logan Runyon. This year's JEGS CRA All-Stars Tour champion had a shot at sweeping the late model series titles going into the Winchester 400. Well, he came up short in the Super Series title chase. The Delaware, Ohio driver did claim 2 Anderson Speedway wins to go along with a couple of other top 5s. Taking 4th in points, Cody Coughlin. Racing for the Super Series championship for the first time in his career, this veteran driver from Clarkston, Michigan, scored 3 top 10s, including a second-place finish at I-44 Speedway. Third-place point finisher, Michael Simcoe. Our point runner-up came very close to going back-to-back as champion. In addition to his Super Series championship a year ago, the Indiana native also won a CRA Late Model Sportsman Championship in 2014. With a runner-up finish at Bristol and 3 other top 10s, taking second place, Greg Van Alst.
Good evening, everyone. I want to congratulate Josh Brock on his second CRA Super Series championship. Stay strong, man. We're praying for you, hoping for the best. Pretty decent 2020 season for us, 1 position shy of back-to-back championships. Want to thank CB Fabricating for everything they do. Chris and all his people there at CB Fabricating, they became a great partnership and family. Want to thank MEP for all their engine work. Butch and Johnny at VRD for all the chassis support, setup help, shocks, everything they do for us. I want to thank my guys, Kevin Shannon, my crew chief, spotter Brandon Grant, Jason Garrett, my lead mechanic, my brother Matt Van Alst, Chris Garrett, and the Anderson brothers, my mom and dad, the Garrett parents, for another great 2020 season. Stinks that we can't be there, but definitely appreciate everything that the CRA Super Series is doing for us. Doing a virtual banquet, got to thank JEGS for the support in that, and Speed 51 for putting it on. Thank you.
In addition to Coughlin, 1 other driver had a chance at the championship double. While his JEGS CRA All-Stars Tour race didn't pan out like he had hoped, he was just good enough at the end of the 400 to fend off Van Alst. Taking his second championship in 3 years, your 2020 ARCA CRA Super Series, powered by JEGS point champion from Corbin, Kentucky, Josh Brock.
Who would have ever thought we would ever be doing a virtual banquet for the CRA Super Series and all the other divisions? But really want to thank CRA for all the hard work you put on. I would much rather be in Indianapolis partying right now. But thank you, Glenn Luckett and RJ, all the officials, for the hard work you guys have done this year with the COVID-19, this crazy world that we live in today. You guys could easily just fold it and say, you know what, we'll see you guys next year. And a lot of racers appreciate that, and a lot of racers don't see all the hard work that you guys put in this year, so us racers would have a place to go race. Thank all the sponsors from ARCA, the JEGS, and all the sponsors that help out from the series, from the largest to the smallest. It takes every bit of it to do this. Talking about sponsors, I want to thank mine, Stream Restoration Specialists, Buffalo Skull Ranch, HP Elite Racing Engines, Robbie White Racing Engines. Thank you guys for all the power that I guys have, and we've never been down on motor before. AR Bodies, thank you so much for everything you do for our support. Ernest Performance, thank you. You help us so much. Everything you do on shocks, you couldn't ask for a better and the best shock company there is to help us. Wimmer Motorsports, thank you so much for all the support you guys do at the racetrack, on and off, and going for you guys, we would not be a two-time champion. Next, I got to really thank my crew. You guys have been there for me from the beginning, worked so hard, and I'm really glad that a lot of you guys are now two-time champions with me. Whitley, thank you so much for everything you do for me on and off the track, for support. You guys see her, she runs around, whatever it needs to be done, she's right there getting her hands dirty. Anthony Creech, you're like a brother to me, man, for everything you do from the spotter stand on the car throughout the week. Thank you so much, I love you. Richie Alexander and Paula Vest, thank you so much for doing all the tires, for being there for all these years since I've been around in 2005. You two and Anthony's been right there from the beginning. Really want to thank Austin Hutton and Brian Centers for everything you guys have done in such a short period of time and learned so fast. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you really had fun this year. Jamie Raper, thank you for all the late nights hauling, getting us back to and from the racetrack, and helping us everything at the racetrack. Travis Salters and Chris Wimmer with Wimmer Motorsports, thank you. I would not be sitting here as a two-time champion without you guys. You guys have really helped us perform over the last 3 years the way we needed to perform, and still growing as we are today. I want to thank my mom and dad for support. A lot of you guys don't get to see my dad a lot at the races, but he's been the one that's really pushed me hard from mini stocks at Corbin Speedway. He was a driver champion himself. He's been in racing since '98. Owned a bunch of late models and always wanted to be a champion at a very high level. He done it as far as himself and his team. He just dominated our local racetrack, and I'm honored to bring him 2 championships in the Super Series. To really, has been always his dream, was be a professional team on a big level. And Dad, I love you so much, and I hope this is a large accomplishment for you. Just want to thank everybody for a great year. Thursday going into Winchester was really hard for me. I didn't really tell nobody, but that's when I actually found out that I was cancer. I came back. So winning the championship was very emotional. It was hard. It was a hard weekend. We didn't really perform the way we needed to, but we fought hard all race and come back and get a top 10 and win the championship. And that's what really matters when a team digs down and wins. By the time this airs, I'll be going into the hospital for my long stay. I'll be in for about a month. Thank you guys for all the support. I'll see you as soon as I get healed up. I'll be at the racetrack fighting for another championship. And I miss you guys, and we'll see you guys soon. Thank you.
Now that we have honored each of our top point finishers, it's time to hand out some special awards. First up, the ARCA CRA Super Series Outerwear's Crew Chief of the Year Award. To announce the recipients, Nick Shiro from Outerwears.
Hi everyone, it's Nick at the Outerwears Company here. Just wanted to take a minute and certainly thank CRA for pushing forward with an outstanding season this year in a very unknown summer. So we can't say how much we appreciate them keeping some racing going and keeping that program pushing forward. We appreciate it greatly. Secondly, just wanted to say how proud we are of the Outerwears Crew Chief of the Year award. We've formed some really great relationships, some friendships over the past 4, 5, 6 years or so, and we take a lot of pride in this particular award. And with that, I wanted to congratulate Jimmy Tucker and Willie Allen on their co-Crew Chief of the Year award this year. So that was another little twist in 2020 that as if it didn't see enough twists this year. But we certainly want to congratulate those guys. Hope you display your trophies proudly and had a little extra holiday cash in your pocket. So we appreciate you guys. Congratulations from everyone here at Outerwears, and we definitely look forward to a fantastic and exciting 2021 season. Everybody stay safe, take care, and we'll see you at the racetrack soon. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Nick, and congrats again to Jimmy Tucker and Willie Allen. Now we move on to this year's Rookie of the Year awards for each of our 5 series. Claiming the 2020 Cometic Gasket Rookie of the Year award and the ARCA CRA Super Series powered by Jegs, Muncie, Indiana driver Jaron Crabtree. The Seneca Performance Rookie of the Year for the Jegs CRA All-Stars Tour, presented by Chevrolet Performance, Michigan driver Chase Berta. The Rookie of the Year in the Vors Welding and Steel CRA Late Model Sportsman class, Tanner Jack from Butler, Indiana. Claiming the 2020 Rookie of the Year in the Van Hoy Oil CRA Street Stocks, in addition to the championship, Kentucky's Brandon Roberts. And lastly, the first Rookie of the Year in the Victory Custom Trailers CRA Junior Late Model Series, Keegan Sabillo. Congratulations to all of the rookie competitors in 2020. The last set of awards to hand out will be the Seasoned Sportsman of the Year awards. Now, these awards are voted on by series officials and are the only ones voted on in that manner, which makes them very special. Claiming the 2020 ARCA CRA Super Series powered by Jegs, Sunoco Race Fuels Sportsman of the Year award, Michael Simcoe. This year's Jegs CRA All-Stars Tour, Sunoco Race Fuel Sportsman of the Year, Chase Berta. In the Vors Welding CRA Late Model Sportsman class, taking the Choose Garage and Performance Sportsman of the Year award, Tanner Jack. The Choose Garage and Performance Sportsman of the Year in the Van Hoy Oil CRA Street Stock class is Andrew T.P. And our final award for the evening, the Choose Garage and Performance Sportsman of the Year award for the Victory Custom Trailer CRA Junior Late Models, Evan Varney.
Welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the award ceremony. We're going to do the random draw awards now. First up, the ARCA CRA Super Series. Every driver that was in the chase is eligible for the drawings in their division. First up is the Aero Race Wheels $80 certificate. Goes to 17 Josh Brock. We have a $100 All-Star Performance certificate. Cody Coughlin. Another $100 All-Star Performance certificate. Jaron Crabtree. Driver Cool Down Box from Will Chill. Michael Simcoe. $300 certificate from Schoenfeld Headers. Greg Van Alst. $400 certificate from Ernest Performance. Logan Runyon. All right, we're going to put all those back in and redraw. We have 6 more awards. Everybody in the Super Series will get 2 awards each. First up, a $500 certificate from Jericho Performance. Goes to Jaron Crabtree. 2 Bassett Racing Wheels. Goes to Logan Runyon. The Arc Stacker Table and Welding Helmet from Miller Welders. Goes to Michael Simcoe. Joy of Seating, a seat from Joy of Seating, goes to Greg Van Alst. $1,000 certificate from Bayou Custom Headers goes to Cody Coughlin. 5-star seat for a next gen body goes to Josh Brock. Josh Brock. That's all the awards for the Super Series. Next up,
Congratulations.
Jake CRA All-Stars Tour. You want to say hi to Josh. Hope he's doing well. You know he's going through his procedure. First up is an $80 certificate from Arrow Race Wheels. Mandy Chick. $100 certificate from All-Star Performance. Zachary Tinkle. Another $100 certificate from All-Star Performance. Platinum Motorsports. 2 racing wheels from Bassett. Trevor McCoy. Driver cool down box from Will Chill. Cody Coughlin. $300 certificate from Schoenfeld Headers. Josh Brock. $400 certificate from Ernest Performance. Chase Berta. And a $500 certificate from Jericho Performance goes to Charlie Keevan. Charlie Keevan. All right, we've got 4 more awards left here, guys. We got a $500 certificate from the Joy of Seating. We got an arc table and welding helmet from Miller Welders. Bayou Custom Headers, $1,000 certificate. Another body from 5 Star. First up, Joy of Seating, $500 certificate goes to Trevor McCoy. Miller Welders products goes to Josh Brock. $1,000 steel header Bayou Custom Headers goes to Mandy Chick. And the 5 Star body, next gen body, goes to Platinum Motorsports. That'll be it for the Jake CRA All-Stars Tour. Next up,
Congratulations to the winner.
CRA Late Model Sportsman. First up, $100 certificate from Motion Motors. Goes to Austin Coe. $100 certificate from All-Star Performance. Tanner Jack. Another $100 certificate from All-Star Performance goes to Billy Hudson. $200 certificate from Ernest Performance. Caston Average. $250 certificate from Schoenfeld Headers goes to Kent Carson. 2 wheels from Bassett Racing Wheels goes to Corey Adams. All right, we put them all back in there and draw. Got 5 more awards to give out. Somebody's going to get left out and only get 1. Everybody else is going to get 2. Next up is a $500 certificate from AR Bodies. Goes to Ken Carson. $500 certificate from the Joy of Seating. Billy Hudson. Product from Miller Welders. Arc table and a helmet goes to Caston Average. $1,000 certificate from McGonigal Engine Performance goes to Corey Adams. And a complete body package for a sportsman car from 5 Star goes to Austin Coe. Austin Coe. That's all the awards for the sportsman.
Congratulations.
Next up, Van Hoyt CRA Street Stocks. $100 certificate from Motion Motors goes to Brandon Roberts. $100 certificate from AR Bodies. Josh Poor. $100 certificate from All-Star Performance. Alan Williams Jr. Another $100 certificate from All-Star Performance. Andrew TP. $200 certificate Schoenfeld Headers. Troy Phillips. 2 wheels from Bassett Racing Wheels. Jason Atkinson. $250 certificate from 5 Star. Chad Pendleton. Put them all back. Got 3 more awards. 3 more awards. First up, a $500 certificate from the Joy of Seating. Goes to Troy Phillips. $500 certificate from McGonigal Engine Performance. Brandon Roberts. And a Stacker table and welding helmet from Miller Welders goes to Andrew TP. That'll do it for the street stocks.
Congratulations.
Final group. Victory Custom Trailers, CRA Junior Late Models. $100 certificate from All-Star Performance goes to Katie Hettinger. Another $100 certificate from All-Star Performance. Dawson Knoll. 2 wheels, Bassett Racing wheels. Jordan Riddick. $500 certificate from AR Bodies. Keegan Sobolo. $500 certificate from the Joy of Seating. Comes to Cody King. $500 certificate from Schoenfeld Headers goes to Zach Wilhelm. And a stacker table and welding helmet from Miller Welders goes to Evan Varney. Put everybody in. We got one more. Going to draw for an ABC Next Generation body. See who's going to get that. Final award of the night.
Here we go.
The winner is Cody King. Cody King. Okay, guys, you'll get your product certificates in the mail. Some of you, like the Miller Welders, will actually get those products shipped to you. Congratulations to all our winners tonight, and congratulations again to all the champions. Thanks for being part of the virtual banquet. Thanks to Speed 51 for putting this on.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to everyone for the great accomplishments in 2020. Also, we want to thank everyone who joined us tonight in honoring those who make CRA action as fun and exciting as it is year after year. A huge thanks as well goes out to Bob Dillner, Tom Ryan, and everyone at Speed 51 for putting our banquet presentation together. On behalf of RJ Scott, Glenn Luckett, and Greg Wood, I'm Adam Mackey wishing you good luck in 2021.